Oh, I look horrible. Oh my goodness. Anyways, hi. Welcome to Knit and Crochet with the Gilmore Girl. My name is Cheryl. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm sorry for the way I look. My hair looks horrible. I need to have a shower, and it just doesn't look good. Don't you? Has anybody had these problems? I'll get back to introducing myself in a minute. I hate this when this happens. I wash my hair. I have a shower. I wash my hair. I look good. I smell good. Everything's fine. And then, like, the first few hours, my hair looks amazing. It looks so good. And then it just, after like 4 hours, it falls flat and it looks greasy. And I'm like, I just washed my hair today. How could it look greasy? And it looks horrible. And I hate that because I don't like it. I used to have gorgeous hair, but now it's like thin and ugly and anyways. So within like 4 hours of washing it, my hair looks awful. So this is the way it looks. Even though I just had a shower yesterday. So be it. Anyways, that was a random rant there. Sorry. Anyways, welcome to my channel. I'm Cheryl, and first of all, I just want to say thank you for those who have just recently subscribed. I've gotten, I think, 4 new subscribers, maybe 5. Woohoo! You're welcome. And I think that's probably because I mentioned my YouTube channel on another YouTube channel, which was The Secret Yarnery, which with Krista. Her channel is called The Secret Yarnery, and she is an excellent podcast. Check her out. I'll try and remember to link her below. She has a wonderful podcast. She's a Canadian. She was born in Canada, and she now lives in Africa. So I think Nairobi, is where she lives. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Nairobi. And anyway, she did a YouTube video about different crochet channels. And I put my name down and said, hey, I have one. So I think that's probably why I've gotten some new subscribers. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy my videos. I know they're not fancy or anything, but I hope you enjoy them. So thank you very much for subscribing. To all those who are returning viewers, welcome back. Hello. And don't forget to comment, because I love getting comments, and I don't get many comments. So I would love to hear from you, hear what you're working on, any questions you may have for me, or just anything you want to talk about. That's wonderful. I would love to have some comments. And, yeah. Okay, so let's get started. This is a knit and crochet channel, although I don't really have a lot of knitting and crocheting to show you today. I know, and I thought I should do a video anyways, because it's been like 2.5 weeks, and I thought maybe I should do one. I just hate this rash. I mean, I know I complain about it a lot, but I mean, it's getting worse and worse, and it just looks horrible. I get this rash on my face, and now it's down on my neck and my throat, and it just looks horrible. So I hate that. I got on my back and my left shoulder as well, so I don't know what's causing it. I've changed everything on my shampoo and my soap and my laundry soap and all that, and nothing seems to make a difference. I take allergy pills, nothing helps. I've tried different creams doctors giving me, nothing's helped. So it kind of sucks, but that was another rant, sorry. So anyways, I'm just going to start crocheting while I talk to you. Well, no, first I'll show you my finished object. It's kind of a finished object. Not really. Well, kind of. So, okay, first of all, I'll just talk about this. So I decided to make a granny square blanket and just make tons and tons and tons of granny squares this year. And then put them all together for a nice big afghan. So excited. I looked at YouTube and looked at all the granny squares, and I decided just to do the simple double crochet one. Whose channel did I use? There's lots of different tutorials on YouTube for granny squares. There's some difficult granny squares. Like I typed in the search engine difficult granny squares, and they came up with some, but I thought I'd just do the normal double crochet one that you can find on YouTube basically just by searching granny squares. So this is, I haven't sewed in the ends yet, but this is my first one. So that's my finished object. I haven't really crocheted or knitted much lately. Well, that's wrong. I have been knitting dishcloths because my dad wanted some. He bought 15 for me, and I made like 5 this last week. But I've already given them to my dad, so I can't show you. But this is my granny square. Woo! Anyways, that's my finished object. And that's basically all I've been working. Well, no, I have been working on my, here, I'll get it. Hold on. I'm not very prepared, I guess. Sorry. Hope you don't get seasick again, because you know me, I move my camera so many times. There's my messy apartment behind me. So, first, I want to talk to you first about Ryan and Bev's blanket. If you watch my channel, you know one of my bestest friends in the whole world, Ryan, is getting married to a wonderful woman named Beverly. And I had promised him that I would make him a blanket for his wedding. And if you have been watching my videos, you will know that I've gone through many different patterns and many different yarn trying to decide what I want to make for him. I finally decided on a pattern. I was doing it, and then I kind of realized that my budget is not the best right now. And he's getting married in May, and I don't have the money to buy the yarn to make the blanket. So, he is not getting a blanket for his wedding. And I feel bad about that. I kind of promised him I would. I haven't even told him yet that I'm not doing it, because I don't want to do it. Because I've hyped it up so much, and now I can't do it, and I feel really bad about that. But I know he'll understand. He's been in a situation where he has had a little money before, and I know he understands my money problems. I mean, literally, I have enough money for 3 weeks' groceries this month, and that's like in March. That's about all the money I have. I don't have a lot of money, which I'm not complaining. I'm grateful for what I do have. I'm grateful for everything I have in my life. It's not the life I wanted, but it's wonderful. I'm not complaining. But the fact is, I don't have a lot of money. I don't have hardly any money. According to the British Columbia surveys, if you're under something like 23,000 or 21,000 a year, you're considered to be in poverty, and I am way under 21,000. So I guess I'm living in poverty. I didn't even know that. But anyways, I am grateful that I am on disability and that the government is able to pay my rent and buy me some groceries and pay my bills. And I'm very grateful for them for that. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I don't have the money to buy Ryan's blanket, yarn for Ryan's blanket. The granny squares I'm making now, I'm just using stash. I don't have enough to make a blanket with it. So when I run out of yarn, I'm kind of hooped. I haven't been babysitting lately either, so for different reasons. Their dad has been in town, and so he's been looking after them, and then their mom had days off, like 2 weeks off, so I wasn't able to babysit then, and it's kind of slow right now, so I'm unable to make a blanket for Ryan and Bev. I feel bad about that, but so be it. So for their wedding, I think I'm just going to save up a bit of money every month and just buy them something something from Walmart that's not too expensive but nice. So yeah. Anyways, what was I going to say? So I haven't been working on that. I've been making granny squares. So with the black yarn I was using for the blanket, I'm going to be making granny squares. And then I've got this yarn right here that I'm just going to, I'm going to sneeze again. I always sneeze. My nose gets itchy and I feel like sneezing every time I do a podcast. Oh, don't you hate it when you know you have to sneeze and it just won't come? So I got this yarn. This is really pretty. This is from my stash. Sorry. So I'm going to make some granny squares out of that. Anyways, what I have been working a little bit on, well, actually quite a bit, is what's the pattern called? I never prepare myself for this. I just think, I'm going to do a video, and then I forget. Movie Night Cardi Cocoon, or Granny Cocoon, something like that. I'll link it down below. I linked it in the last video, but I'll do it again. And all it is a 40-inch on each side granny square, and then you make sleeves on it, and it just kind of is like a cardie, like a blanket cardie kind of thing. So I've worked quite a bit on it. So this is it so far. And I do have a lot of gray yarn, so I'm going to finish this. I was hoping to be done this by the time I do this video, but no. So this is just a simple double crochet granny. I think it's about 25, 26. Oh, where's my measuring tape? It's way over there. I think it's about 26 to 28, maybe 30 inches right there. So I gotta measure it. But it's supposed to be 40 inches. I'm thinking to make it a little bit bigger because I'm a bigger person. But we'll see. I'm just gonna keep going until it's big enough for me that I like. So that's my work in progress. That's the only one I've been working on apart from granny squares. I haven't been crocheting much. I have, like I said, knitted some dishcloths. I made 5 in the last week. But like I said, I gave them to my dad already. So anyways, so that's all I have for knitting and crocheting news. That's it. So let's do some chit chat and talk about books and about life. If you came just for the knitting and crocheting, that is all I have for you. So thank you for coming. If you'd like to stay and listen or watch the rest of the video, then that's wonderful. I'm just making a granny square right now. I don't know if you can see. Let me move my camera so you can see me working on it. So this is just a normal granny square. You chain 4 and go in to make a circle. I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook. Oh, let's see if it focuses. Oh, it's not focusing. No, it's not focusing. 5.5 millimeter hook, which I think is a I think. If I remember correctly. I think an H is a 5 millimeters. So yeah, I enjoy this size. I know I like between 5 and 6. I like 4, 5, 5.5, and 6. Those are my favorite hooks, and I use mostly all the time. I use those hooks. I do have quite a bit of hooks though, so I'm always losing them and buying more, and then finding them later on. It's like, oh shoot, I bought more and I don't even need it. But I mean, you can never have too many crochet hooks, right? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah. So it's like saving too much yarn. I mean, that's impossible. Or too many books. That's just impossible. Anyways, so like I said, I haven't been babysitting recently, so I've been doing a lot of reading, and I'm writing a book right now. And I actually started writing the book. I mean, I started writing a book a while ago. I actually DNF'd it or did not finish it because I didn't like the point of view it was doing. If you're a writer, you know anything about books and writing, a point of view is like the point of view of the character. So it could be the first person point of view is saying like, I did this and I did that. The third person point of view is she did this, he did that kind of thing. The second person point of view is you did this and you did that. So I was doing the third person point of view with the she, and I just didn't like the way the story was going. So I decided to DNF it and start writing in the first person point of view and become the character, which I enjoy more, and I think it's a better book for the story I'm writing, a better point of view. So started that. I've only got like about 600 words into that. I just started it the other day. So hopefully someday I'll be published. Oh, I got news. I forgot to tell you. Guess what? I'm going to be published. Yeah. So I don't have a book being published right now because I haven't finished a book, but I do have an article being published on a website. And it's an article, if you're a writer and you've never heard of Submittable before, submittable.org, I think, or it might be .com, I'm not sure, is a site on the web that gives you different, people go on it, publishers go on it when they want a certain thing published. Like if they're looking for a certain kind of article or a certain kind of book, they go on it and say, hey, we're looking for this, please send us whatever you have. And they've got sites that they've got, I'm getting so excited, sorry. They've got different deadlines, and they've got ones that are paid for, but I do all the free ones. And I sent an article in about 2 months ago about living with Tourette syndrome to this one person, this one company. It's called, just like me to forget where I'm being published. I looked at their website and everything. I'll link it down below. I'll find out what it is and link it down below. But it's a great website talking about surviving health problems, basically. And so I sent in an article about Tourette syndrome, and I just got an email back about 2 weeks ago that said they are going to publish it on their website. So this is the first thing I've ever had published, so I'm so excited. And it'll have my picture, and it'll have a little bio of me and everything. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. So it's going to be on a website. It's not on a magazine or anything, but it's like an e-magazine. Yeah, I'm going to be published. So when it is published, I'll link it down below for you. It'll be probably a couple months before it's actually published, but I am so excited. It's free. Like it was a volunteer thing, so they didn't pay me any money or anything, but it's just getting my name out there, you know, and getting people to see my name and see what I have to show and what I have to write. And also, it'll be better for when I do want to get a book published, I can say, you know, I've been published before. This is an article I wrote. You know, I'm just really excited. So, I'm really excited about that. So, yeah. Anyway, so I am writing a book. It's not going to be done for probably a year, but I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. Nope, I'm not going to sneeze. Okay. Anyways. Sometime I'm going to sneeze on this video, and it's going to be like, come in the middle of nowhere, and you'll be like, she finally sneezed. Anyways. I'm not drinking anything today, so sorry. I was just thinking I need something to drink and I don't have anything, but, so I've been reading a lot. I just finished some audiobooks. I don't know if I talked to you about this yet or not. I don't think I did. I just finished last week some audiobooks from Scribd, and it's 4 books, and they are written by Nick Saint, and Nick is spelled N-I-C. And Nick Saint is actually a couple, a married couple, named Nicholas and Nicole Saint. Saint is S-A-I-N-T, but as a couple, they go by Nick Saint, and then they both have their separate own books as well. So I listened to 4 of the books that they wrote together, and it's in a series. I forget what the series is called, but the books are called Perfectly, like purr is spelled P-U-R-R-R, so it's Perfectly Deadly is one of them, Perfect Heat is another one, Perfect Revenge is one, and then the 4th one was Perfect Murder, I think. They are cozy mysteries, and they have cats on it, obviously, because of the purr, and the main cat is Max, and the book is told in the first-person point of view, so it's in Max's point of view. But on alternate chapters, they have the third-person point of view of the human of the cats, the lady that owns the cats. So, it's a really great series, hilarious, just hilarious, the way these cats work. My favorite cat is Dooley, and he's kind of the dumb one, but he's so funny. Oh my goodness. I just love those books. And like the human can talk to the cats, and the cats understand her, and she understands the cats. And if you're not into that, that's fine, but I love it. It is just hilarious. It's a mystery, so it's got a murder in it, but I mean, my favorite part are the cats and the way they talk and the way they think of things, because you kind of like, yeah, a cat would think that, you know, and it's so cool. It is so hilarious, so I totally recommend them. Again, that's Nick Saint. I think it's the Max Mysteries or something. Anyways, I love those books. They are just so good. So they are available on Scribd as audiobooks. And again, perfectly Deadly, I think is one. Perfectly Deadly. Perfect Heat is my favorite one. Perfect Heat is the fourth one, and that's my favorite one. Perfect Revenge and Perfect Murder is the other one. So I totally recommend them. They fly by, the story flies by, but it's just so good. Oh, it's so funny. I'm thinking about some of the stuff that happens right now. It's just hilarious. So anyways, check out those books on Scribd if you want, or see if you can find them from your library. They are hilarious. They're good mysteries. Most of the time I can guess. A couple times I was kind of surprised who the murderer was, but a couple times I did know who the murderer was halfway through the book kind of thing. But, you know, this isn't working right. Why isn't this working? I did this wrong. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. There. My square was kind of awkward, so I didn't know what I was doing. Ended up I was doing it right. It just looked weird. So, anyways, I also read Nevermore by, I'm awful at remembering things. Oh my goodness. I forget who wrote it, but it's Nevermore, and it's a fantasy book. It's been compared to Harry Potter and Percy Jackson. I don't see the comparison. I think it's more of a nonsensical kind of world where it kind of reminds me of Alice in Wonderland and what was the other one I was thinking? Wizard of Oz type thing. But it's being compared to Harry Potter and Percy Jackson. I don't see the Percy Jackson thing at all, because it has nothing to do with gods. And Percy Jackson's all about is it Egyptian god? Not Egyptian, Greek gods. So I don't see at all the comparison there. Maybe it's just me, but I don't see anything. Harry Potter, I can see a little bit, but it's not about witches or anything, so I don't think it's at all like Harry Potter either. I think it's more like Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz type thing. Nonsensical world. Has a bit of magic. It's a really good book, though. It's a young adult book, or middle grade book. I think it's middle grade. And, I enjoyed it. It was really quite good. And I've got the second book from the library. I brought it back already to the library, so I can't show you now. I do have the second book. It's in my room. I forgot to bring it out. But it's called Wondersmith, and I'm going to be reading that one soon. I also, from the library, got a book called Children of Blood and Bone, which is a young adult fantasy book. I don't read a lot of fantasy. Starting to get into a little bit of it, but I don't read the popular ones like Sarah J. Maas. I'm young adult. Sarah J. Maas and Holly Black, all those. I don't like any of those. I tried reading them, but I just don't like them. But I do like Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I'm enjoying that book. It's really good, actually. Being a Christian, it's kind of, you know, my square again. I'm looking at my square. What did I do wrong here? One, two, three. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Sorry. Oh, I know what I did. Okay. It's hard to crochet when you're busy trying to concentrate and talking. It's like I can do it no problem with a TV show on or a podcast on or whatever, but when I'm trying to talk and think at the same time and crochet at the same time, it's very hard. Thinking is hard, people, and talking is hard. Words are hard. So, anyways, Tomi Adeyemi wrote Children of Blood and Bone. I'm enjoying that book. It'd be like I was saying, being a Christian, it talks about different gods and stuff. It's an African magical realism type book. It's got a lot of talk of gods and magic and stuff like that. Being a Christian, I don't believe in other gods other than the one true God. So it's a little bit weird reading it. But I take it as fantasy. I know there are people that actually believe in that, but I don't take it that way. I just read it as something that's imaginary, and I'm enjoying reading it. So it's a really good book. I'm only about 50 pages through. I did read the first 100 pages before. I've read them a couple months ago. Well, probably about 3 or 4 months ago now. But I didn't finish the book, and I brought it back to the library, so I just got it from the library again, and I'm rereading the pages I've already read because I forgot what happened. So I'm enjoying it. Kind of remembered as I read it, like, oh, I remember that happening now, you know. So this is a lot of chit-chat. I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I enjoy listening to chit-chat, people chit-chatting about things. I enjoy it. So I hope you're enjoying it. What else have I been doing? I've been dreaming a lot. I got stood up on a date, which was fun. I waited for 3 hours for him at a restaurant because I thought he was from out of town, so I thought the roads might have been bad with the snow, but no, he stood me up, so that was not fun. But there's my square so far. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. So, anyway, so that was fun. And he had a bad reason, so I ended up just saying, okay, this isn't going to work, and yeah, we're not talking anymore. So anyways, so how was your Valentine's Day? Mine was good. I read a lot, and I dreamed a lot, and I watched a lot of YouTube. I actually found a new booktube channel I was watching called Ravelry Reading, and she does hour-long reading vlogs. So I binge watched those, watched like 6 of them on Valentine's Day, so that was fun. I enjoy reading vlogs. I wish I could do them, but I can't edit. I don't have an editing software, so I can't like do a little bit one day and then put it in the video and put it all together. So, but I would love to do vlogs like that, but I can't. And I don't have an interesting life, so I think it'd be a pretty boring vlog. Kind of like this today. It's kind of like a boring video, not a lot of knitting and crocheting to show you, but anyways. So my goal, as far as knitting and crocheting goes, I want to make some more dishcloths for myself now. And I want to work on granny squares. That's basically all I want to do right now. And the cardi that I'm doing, the gray one, I want to work on that. It's about all I'm working on and all I really want to work on. So, yeah. Anyways, do comment below. Let me know what you've been working on, what you've been reading. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and ask. I'm basically an open book. There are some things I keep private, but basically I'm an open book. So anything you want to ask. If you have ideas for videos, let me know. I can't really do tutorials because my camera on my computer, I have a laptop, so this is the only way I can do it. I can't get it from up above. But I mean, if you want me to do tutorials this way, then please do let me know if you want me to do a tutorial on something. Again, it's not going to be perfect because I can't show you from up above, but I can do it from this way and just show you that. I have done a couple videos of tutorials. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and let me know what you want a tutorial of, and I will see if I can do that. Yeah. If you have a project that you would like to see me do, please let me know. I would like to start some more projects as soon as I get some money for some yarn. I would like to make some cardigans and some blankets and different things like that. Oh, I'm not supposed to chain two there. Oops. And things like that. So if you have an idea, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see if maybe I can do that in the future. If you have a favorite pattern in crochet, especially crochet, knitting, I don't have the right needles for knitting sweaters and stuff because you need long cables for that. I'm not the best at knitting. But even knitting, if there's a pattern that's easy for me to make, then maybe I'll try it. But especially in crochet, I'm kind of talking more about crochet. If there's something that you think you'd like me to try that you love, then please let me know, and I will see if I can do that. Okay, so we're at 31 minutes already, my goodness. Okay, so that's about all I have to talk about today. Thank you very much for joining me. Oh, I have been listening to some music as well, and one lady I've been listening to a lot of is Jamie Grace. I'm a Christian, like I said, so I've got Christian albums as well as what we call secular, non-Christian albums, and CDs, not albums. And I've been listening to Jamie Grace, and she's an adult now, but when she started, she was a teenager. And I love her singing, and the reason why I love her so much is she writes her own songs, and they're from the heart and they touch me because she herself has Tourette's syndrome. So the songs are more personal to me. I feel like she's singing about me because I know that she struggles with the same things I do, and it's just, it meant so much to me to listen to her music. And I was just sitting there one day thinking, and I thought, oh wow, I want to listen to Jamie Grace. So Jamie Grace, totally recommend her. She has a YouTube channel. I will link it down below. She is wonderful. She just found out she's pregnant. She's married, and she just found out she's pregnant. So congratulations. I'm sure she's watching. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me. Have a great day. God bless you and all you do. Bye.